A boat?
What the hell? Co się dzieje?
Man, I ache all over. And that light. Just a sec. Hold on. Give me a minute here. Let's see. I escaped with Joshua on Simon's snowmobile. We got as far as Sicily, and from there to Anchorage, where we hopped on a flight to San Diego, since we were supposed to meet Sushi there, and then, I don't know. I can't remember anything else. Truth is, I feel like I've been asleep for 3 days. Joshua's missing, and what in the world am I supposed to do now?
Okej. Nic nie mamy. Spoko. Może najpierw zapis. Nie wiem, gdzie ja w ogóle jestem. O co tu chodzi?
Behind the first glass door is another that seals shut in order to create a sea-locked chamber to keep water from sinking the boat.
Czyżbym słyszał Joshua?
2,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne. I think it weighs too.
Dobra. Co to jest?
I wonder if it's some sort of elevator. Let's see what happens when I press this button.
Winda. Hello. Jest sushi.
Isn't that... Sushi!
Brian! You finally woke up.
It's amazing to see you again.
No, I'm the one who's excited. So how are you feeling?
Well, a bit nervous, because besides the whole Gina problem, the soldiers and the Trantonite, I can't even remember how I got here. The truth is, I don't even know where we are.
Ha ha ha. I got here this morning, but from what Rutger told me about last night, I'm not surprised your memory is shot. And as for the Trantonite, everything has been fixed. You don't have to worry about a thing.
What?
Let me explain. It turns out that a man flying in some bizarre device was painted inside a tomb within the ancient Mayan ruins of Palenque. It's so weird, it looks like a spaceship. So much so that people call it the astronaut of Palenque. As soon as I found out, I took off for Palenque. The stone has to be there. The first thing they told me when I got there is that the tomb was robbed more than 5 centuries ago. 5 centuries! Finding the stone was going to be impossible. Luckily, they gave me a hot contact, Paco, a Spanish student obsessed with the whole topic. And he just happened to be working at the temple ruins then.
Ciekawe. O, świątynia Majów. Przynajmniej na taką wygląda.
So nobody knows where it might be now? I mean, whatever was inside that tomb?
Odpowiedz jej. God damn it.
Don Inigo de Malantuñez y Gagnon. Search for him.
Where can I find him?
Że co? Czemu on mówi po hiszpańsku, a nie
No
po
idea.
angielsku?
Probably at the bottom
Oh.
of the sea, since he was one of the cruelest pirates of the 16th century. Nobody knows how his galleon, the Orion, managed to survive the harshest tempests, or come out unscathed from battles with much better armed vessels. Legend even has it that his ship's figurehead shined like the sun. However, his sailors are sure it was all thanks to a lucky charm made of stone, an awesome object that Malantuñez supposedly found in his youth.
And now you're going to tell me the miraculous item came from that robbed grave, right?
You are right. I've been researching, and it appears that as a kid, Captain Malantuñez worked for the conquistador Hernán Cortés. He had the bad fortune of falling in love with Malinche, who was none other than his commander's lover. Cortez challenged him to a duel, ripped out his eye, and left him in the jungles of Chiapas, fewer than 30 miles from the city of Palenque.
So you're suggesting that Malantuñez stole something from the grave, which protected him for the rest of his life? Very interesting. But how can I find his trail?
There's evidence that in 1564 he stole the map of the Manila route, the Spanish crown's best-kept treasure. It could have made him richer than the king himself. After that, his trail is lost. Perhaps he set sail for the Philippines. But if you're so interested, why don't you go look in the archives of the Indies?
I had heard that everything written on Spain's colonies in the Americas could be found in the archives of the Indies in Seville, Spain, and that even professional treasure hunters go there to locate sunken galleons. So I expressed my gratitude to Paco and vamoosed to Seville.
You're unbelievable, Sushi.
Hold on, the hardest part had yet to begin. I'm accustomed to breaking passwords and codes, pushing a button and getting quick results. But when I saw the work I'd have to do in Seville...
Książki pewnie, coś by innego. Sevilla. To ile spał Brian? Ze 3 dni co najmniej.
In this isle, you'll find everything you need about galleons, which disappeared from 1560 to 1570. Look for whatever you want, and don't worry about making noise. I'll be alone tonight.
Dużo trochę tego.
I searched through book after book, galleon after galleon, and pirate after pirate until... Captain Malantuñez of the Orion. That was it. I found a short passage of what seemed to be Malantuñez's memoirs, taken down by a female prisoner who was with him. On the last pages, his scribe wrote that an English boat had sunk the Orion, and after being rescued, this record keeper went on and on about what a scoundrel Malantuñez was. Lucky for us, the date of the shipwreck is mentioned, March 6th, 1564, 6 days after the Orion set sail on a journey from Acapulco to Manila. I had everything I needed to locate the approximate position of the galleon, so I checked maps from those days, did some calculations, and finally managed to determine an exact point in the Pacific Ocean. That's the whole story, Brian. I charted the possible shipwreck site to an area of less than 80 square nautical miles. Then I called Saturn and told him what direction to take.
80 square miles? Isn't that a lot?
Don't you believe it? A half hour ago, I programmed the sonar to look for underwater objects with the volume of the Orion. And in a few hours, it will start to relay its potential coordinates to us. Using that data, Dean Grassick will dive down to find out whether we've hit the jackpot or we have to continue the search. My time estimate is little more than 2 weeks. 3 weeks tops.
Sushi, that's too long. We have to find some other solution.
It's a difficult operation, Brian. The Douglas III's sonar is equipped with the most advanced submarine detection technology. So, unless you can come up with some sort of miracle, we'll have to wait.
Wait a sec. I think I may have missed something.
Tak.
Who was this Dean Graphic?
Dean Grassick. You've never heard of him? But he's the greatest adventurer and treasure hunter in history. I hired him to go down to the ocean floor and retrieve the Trantonite.
I've never heard of anyone named Dean Grassick.
You don't watch much TV, do you? His program, The Grassick Adventure, is one of the highest-rated shows on primetime TV. I recommend it, because it's as if you were really there with him. Fighting against wild monkeys in the jungle, searching for treasures and ruins, and fighting against polar bears. Dean takes a camera on all his adventures, and every evening he broadcasts images of the most amazing parts of that day's adventures. Plus, he's so cute.
Coś mi to przypomina, czy to czasem nie Brian? Okej.
Can we trust him?
Of course, he's a man of perfect moral integrity. For example, he is so generous he even held a contest among the country's youths, and the winner got to go with him on his next adventure. He is a man of his word, as you can see. He's traveling with Camille, the French girl who won the contest.
What part of the boat is he in now?
A while ago, he told me he'd be in the sea lock room, tuning up the diving equipment.
I'd rather not talk about him anymore.
Don't be that way, Brian. You'll see how nice he is.
I'd like to hear about your trips to Palenque and Seville again.
You still... Well, you're entitled...
Tell me all about...
The first thing they told me when I got there is that the tomb was robbed more than 5 centuries ago. 5 centuries! Finding the stone was going to be impossible. Luckily, they gave me a hot contact, Paco, a Spanish student obsessed with the whole topic, and he just happened to be working at the temple ruins then.
Ej, no już to słuchaliśmy.
You must have millions of frequent flyer miles from all those trips you've taken.
Don't think this was easy. If I hadn't had the Douglas Corporation's financial backing, we wouldn't be here now.
Well,
Whatever.
Okej.
speaking of...
Yes?
Now, how is it they came too?
When you IM'd me about Trantor and the amoeba, I thought it would be a good idea to bring along a man of science. So before departing from Douglasville, I asked Saturn to join my team. As for Rutger, well, that was a bit more spur of the moment.
They're nice guys, but I think we've discussed their participation enough.
Okay, whatever you say.
Let's continue this conversation later, okay?
Whenever you wish, Brian.
I'm really grateful to Sushi for all she's done, but we can't wait for 2 weeks. Alpha said their time is running out, so Gina's life depends on me acting fast. I don't know how, but I have to find a way to locate the sunken galleon in the Trantonite before it's too late.
Tak, zanim będzie za późno, dokładnie. Okej. Sushi.
I must acknowledge I've got hordes of acquaintances, colleagues, classmates, regular friends, and great old pals, but she's the best of the bunch.
Tak, zdecydowanie.
The day I see Sushi in a place without all these electronics, I'll know the end of the world is near. Sushi says she set it up herself, but I think these things just spontaneously spring up wherever she walks. The day I see Sushi in a place without all these electronics,
Tak, koniec świata. Dokładnie, chciałem to usłyszeć.
it seems so bizarre that there's no crew. If anyone came across it at sea, they'd think this was a ghost yacht. Luckily, there aren't many neighbors around here. It displays the sonar data Sushi's using to search for the Orion.
Wyłącz ekran?
No, if Sushi left it on, it must be for a reason.
O, nice. Coś możemy wziąć? Raczej nie. Dobra, no to idziemy na dół. I czas zapisać grę. Hell yeah. Boom. Zobaczmy, jak tam z czasem stoimy. Jeszcze można trochę pograć w sumie.
The realism in the clouds is evocative and surprising.
Tak.
Jules Verne's Mystery Island by Frankie Spoonover. Man, whoever designed this room must have been a big Jules Verne fan, because if I'm not mistaken, that boat over there is Captain Nemo's Nautilus.
No, może.
It's used to open...
Użyjemy? Chyba nie.
No, I have enough experience with these number pads to know you can't guess the password at random.
A tam co to jest? Kabina.
Nah, there's nothing I need in... No. I'll rest one...
No okej. Skoro nic, to nic. To idziemy tutaj.
Yeah, let's see what's in there.
O. W sumie nic. Co to jest?
A
Posąg.
portrayal of Neptune, the Roman sea god.
Co to jest? Obraz sushi? Chyba tak. Ciekawe, ciekawe, na serio. Tam raczej nie mogę pójść. A tutaj, co tutaj? Jakiś bar. Też w sumie nic nie mogę kliknąć. Dziwne. Zawsze było tyle rzeczy do klikania, a teraz nie ma nic tak naprawdę. No zobaczcie, tu nic nie mogę, tutaj nic. Okej, spoko. I nie wiem co tak naprawdę robić, bo nie mam żadnych przedmiotów. Wow. Korytarz. Pojedźmy
Up
windą.
we go.
Ale nie do sushi. Okej. Jedziemy w dół.
Behind the first glass door is another that seals shut in order to create a sea-locked chamber to keep water from sinking the boat.
Dobra, wiecie co? W sumie nowy rozdział, to w sumie nie będę za dużo tutaj robił, a sesja nagrań już jest dość długa, tak więc kończymy tutaj. Mam nadzieję, że wszystkim się podobało. Jeżeli tak, no to komentujcie, subskrybujcie, łapkujcie, wiecie co robić. No i cóż, zapraszam na kolejny odcinek. To wszystko z mojej strony. Trzymajcie się i cześć!